All right, let's talk about this guy today. This is friends I just borrowed about it. Now, I've seen it all over the interwebs years ago, and it's the Chase Bliss Preamp Mark II. It's pretty amazing. So we're going to have a look at some sounds today. We're going to have a listen to some sounds today. I won't talk too much about the specs with the Benson preamp and those sort of things. You can find that online. I'm not going to talk about how to set it up and things like that. I'm just going to listen to it today. It is a shame they don't make this anymore. I think there were 5 pedals not too long ago that had to discontinue because of some components that sort of, I don't know, don't pass regulations for the EU and the UK. It's a shame because this is a pretty amazing pedal and it's extraordinarily flexible. It could replace many pedals. So let's have a listen to see what this thing can do. Okay, for those who don't know, this is a collaboration, or this was a collaboration between Benson and Chase Bliss, and it's got the Benson preamp, can't remember what it's called, put it on screen, preamp inside it, and then Chase Bliss does their thing with the flying faders and the automation, all that kind of stuff. So it has a 3-band EQ, bass, mids, and treble. The mids is interesting because you've got a frequency fader, so you can do sort of a boost and a cut, but you can choose the frequency of the mids, low mids, high mids, those sorts of things. So that's pretty interesting as well. Obviously, volume and gain. So volume, you can boost your amp more, and gain, you're getting more gain out of the preamp section of the Benson preamp. Now, also you've got a fuzz included. You've got MIDI. So if you've got an expression pedal, you can fade in, gain and those sorts of things. So it's pretty wild. Again, you can have sort of one pedal. I mean, it's not a small pedal, but it could replace many pedals on your board. Coupled, of course, with presets, you can have 30 presets, 3 banks of 10. So amazingly flexible. Okay, bass sound I'm running through something kind of clean. I've just got a touch of reverb on there. Okay, that's bridge pickup on this Telly T-style guitar. Okay, sometimes with the IRs I've got and everything, I get a lot of bass. Don't know why, I got to figure that out. Anyway, so I've just reduced the bass a little bit and just brought the gain up. Let's have a look. What a sound. That is fantastic. So that's a beautiful, beautiful sound. Don't forget, what are we thinking? This pedal, flexible. It's kind of the one word that really describes it with the presets. Now, I'm not going to look through the presets that came with it or anything. I'm just going to play with the sliders. But the idea is any combination of those sliders, including the buttons turning on the fuzz or, setting the mids, pre and post, you can save as a preset, and that's the whole idea in terms of 1, the Benson preamp sounds fantastic, and 2, you can save as many presets as you want. So although it takes up a little bit of space on your board, you're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 pedals out of it: a boost pedal, an overdrive pedal, a fuzz pedal, any combination of settings in between. All right, let's keep going. Let's stay with this guitar just a little bit more. Play the sound I've got now, and then we'll increase the gain. sounds fantastic. All right, let's reduce the gain. Let's try what it might be more of as a boost. Okay, so gain all the way off. Again, here's my bass sound, so the sound without the pedal. Gonna turn the volume all the way up and see what we get there. So that, just like that, does work as a boost. Not a huge boost. I don't know in terms of different boost pedals you might have, but it does boost a little bit. The gain fader, though, is nice and sensitive. So I'm going to play what I've got now, full volume, so pushing the amp a bit more, right? A little bit of the pedal. And I'm going to bump the gain just a tiny bit. Push again a tiny bit more. Okay, so I've barely pushed that gain, and that's kind of that's what you get now with volume all the way up and gain all the way up. So there's a lot there, right? So that's, I haven't even played with the mids, haven't played with the fuzz, but there's a lot there. Again, it's not a heavy metal pedal. You wouldn't play it for heavy metal, but it's got a hell of a lot of juice in there, depending on if you're looking for a push of your amp, or I suppose the preamp inside this, and then playing with the gain as well. Let's bring that back down a little bit and see what the fuzz sounds like. So just a little bit there, not pushing it too much. Might actually switch guitars. Okay, now I'm going to try a humbucker guitar. Always good to try every guitar that you might be playing. Obviously, humbucker is going to be hotter than single coil. Some might be brighter, some might be darker, all that kind of stuff. So I'm on the fuzz, not a huge amount of gain on there. Nice sound. Let's push it a little bit, see what we get, right? Nice. I'm not a huge Fuzz guy. I've borrowed a Fuzz, but I don't own one, so I haven't played it a hell of a lot. But it's a great sound. Didn't go huge difference between the silicon and germanium, but again, I don't really know what to look for because I'm not a Fuzz kind of player. Look, let's wrap it up with looking at, we'll turn the Fuzz off and we'll just look at the way that the mids work. I think this is probably one of the more exciting things about this, where you can play with the mid frequency, not just the mid sort of EQ there. Okay, so that's a nice sound. Very active mid control. You live with this, you wouldn't have that. All the way up. Bit fizzy there, right? Let's go back to the middle. Now let's play with the frequency. Real honky, almost talk boxy. You could have an expression pedal up to the frequency and have it as a wah there. There's a pretty big difference between just using the mid control and bringing the frequency in and out. You'd have to really play to see the difference pre and post. And this guy here, the sort of, I don't know, the width or whatever of that frequency dial the fader that you're playing with. Really flexible pedal. Again, it's the only word I can really think of to describe it. It's got a lot on tap if you want it. Again, it's not going to get into really hard rock, but from a boost all the way through to pretty overdriven to sort of low distortion, it's kind of got it there. The fuzz, including the fuzz, is obviously pretty great. Again, for me, do I go out and buy a fuzz or have clean boosts or have overdrives? Or do you have one, again, with the presets? That's kind of the most interesting thing. Disappointing, of course, that the Chase Bliss had to discontinue it and the other 4 pedals because of the components. I wonder if they'll find, a way around that in the future, or if anyone else would come out with something sort of equally flexible from an overdrive fuzz perspective. If there is already something out there, let me know. I'd be curious. Anyway, I hope you got something out of that. Good luck. See you next time.